They call me Mack.
Mack.
Yeah.
How'd you grow up, Mack?
Well, I'm not from here. I came from Tidewater area, Portsmouth, Virginia. That's where I'm from. Uh, I came up here. I got in some trouble. I came up with the halfway house, and if I left the halfway house, I just stayed up here because I feel like I can't keep doing the same thing and going back to the same place. They say change your people, places, and things get better. So since I've been up here, I'm pretty much going better. You know what I mean? I've been up here since I first came here in 2001, and then I came back in 2013. I've been here since about 12 years. Yeah. I got one of my brothers died. I got a brother and a sister. It's 4 of us. I'm the second baby, the third baby, and they still live down there, and that's basically where I'm from.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of trouble did you get into?
Oh man, I was like first, I was selling drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
But that didn't work out. So I got this second. I got caught 2 times. Sometimes I got caught. I just said I'm done. I can't do it no more. So I came up here, and I went to work at McDonald's. Something I never think I do because I grew up, man. I worked in a seafood restaurants. I've been working in restaurants, really Shipyard, Camel Hill, George's Chicken. I've been doing sweat. I always work, but I'm doing both, illegal and legal. You see what I'm saying? And I should have realized that illegal didn't work. But if I had, when I started McDonald's, nobody want to work at no McDonald's or something. But when I came here and I worked with them, I moved up so fast, right? I said, if I'd have been like this before I got in trouble, I probably have my own restaurant right now. My brother got a seafood restaurant down there, called Billy and D's. He got a seafood restaurant. We grew up in a restaurant. Kids, we used to go to the crab place, and the man just let us. We used to make crab pots, and them crab pots, like, you ain't made no money. You got to put together like 12 of them, just make $2. Back then, but $2 was good money back then. You know what I'm saying? So my brother, so he moved up. So he got his own restaurant. And then he just opened up another restaurant. His wife. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So basically, growing up, I just hanging out with the wrong crowd. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But like I said, over the years, what I know now, and if I did what I did back then, I would be in a better shape again. But I still continue to work. No matter what, I still continue to work. You know what I'm saying? And when I came up here, I had worked like almost 20 years at McDonald's. When I was just working off my own down there, work a little while, stop, work a little while. But up here, I just kept steady working, trying to better myself, And like I said, I was doing little drugs, and that didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to be in the crowd, that didn't work out. So I gave that up, And basically, man, it's been up and down roller coaster for me. What else?
Did you have any wife or kids or anything?
Oh yeah. I got my my kid's mom, we never married, died. All the kids are married. She died, and she had something on her heart. And my wife, I finally got married. I said I never get married. When I came here, I said maybe I settle down. I met a girl, and we settled down. We got married, and we was going to church. We were doing everything. Then all of a sudden, she did a 7-degree. I never knew her background, and she was on drugs real bad. So she went down to Alabama, and they found her. Somebody dropped her at the hospital. She was dead. Yeah. So that was another part of time and everything. But like this now, I got my daughter up here with me now. She was in some abusive relationship. She kind of slow. So I got up here and I finally figured out she couldn't stay with me because you got a lot of people stay in the building. But I got her, CSB helped her get into her own place. So she's doing really good. That puts the strain off of me, And my brother, he'd always been a smart one in the family. He retired from the shipyard. He went in the shipyard with just like beginners, like a beginner in the shipyard, and worked his way all up to like the big shipyard, the largest shipyard in the United States, Dawson Naval Shipyard. And he worked his all the way up to where if there's a problem in the shipyard, it go through 7 people before it get to him. The problem, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, he was over there, he don't want to be sticking back and helping me out, you know what I mean? He always told me, man, you stay out of trouble, man, I'll make sure you're all right, and he always did, you know? My other brother, he died when that AIDS epidemic came out. When the AIDS epidemic first came out, it's been a few years, and he died from that, you know? He was gay, so. Then I got my baby sister, she lives in Suffolk Park, you know, she left around about 18, 19, she left, and she went to Suffolk, she got married, then her husband died, and pretty much, my dad died when I was in the Army. I mean, when he was in the Army, he died. I can't remember how he died, but he was, I was like 6, 7 years old, he died. And my mom raised us. Used to get a little problem because I was like a problem child, you know what I mean? Yeah, and then she died of cancer a few years later. So that's basically my family part of all of it, you know what I mean? Yeah.
A lot of death in the family.
Oh yeah. My mama, brothers and sisters, it was like 12 or 13. I think they had 2 sets of twins. My mama and my uncle was twins, and she always been sick. Well, I don't know this stuff. She was always been sick, so she had took us out of school, took us down to North Carolina. That's where my grandma all them was at, and kept us out of school down there. But eventually, she got better. She came back up, but when she died, I didn't know this until she died that she was a what you call it, perennial schizophrenic. It's like she used to beat us with a broom or anything. You know what I mean? That don't make a kid mean. You know what I mean? I realized that I got mean with that because you might want to hear you sick. You know what I mean? And my aunt, she was, and it was 12, and my aunt just died 2 years ago. She was a baby of all of them. It was like 13 of them. Yeah. But that's basically what I did, coming up in my childhood, hanging with the wrong people in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And everybody, including myself, we had talent. Like I could sing, I ain't putting that stuff to good use. You know what I mean? I just blew all that stuff, you know what I mean? Then I got friends that, they real smart, welding, and they do all this stuff, but it wouldn't work. They just hang out. That's what we doing growing up. We ain't had no, well, I don't come from with my mom, so ain't much, but so much she can do. You see what I'm saying? So I pretty much, from 15 on up, I really been on my own, So I got tired. My kid's mama, I met her, and she was real. She was out. I think I was locked up during. I got locked up, and she died while I was locked up. But I try to promise her that I make sure all my kids, whatever I can do for my kids, yeah, whatever I can do, feel like I owe it to myself to do that, Yeah.
You got locked up for drugs?
Drugs, yeah. Stupid. Look, me and another friend, we broke into an empty house and Layla moved out. When she left out, she said anything left we could have. But we went in there and the windows were stained glass. You see them stained churches like stained windows. And we went in and took the windows out, but it wasn't broke. And the police caught us with that. So I was on probation. And while I was on probation, I got a case for selling drugs. So that's when I went to prison for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But none of that taught me a lesson. I just came out and did the same thing. So I had to figure out for myself the only way I could get by is to get out and get away from all that stuff. And I came up here, then I got in some more trouble, you know what I mean? So then I had to figure out why is this. So what it is everywhere you go, it's the same thing. Everywhere you go. But I had to realize when I got up here that to separate the good people from the bad people. That's how I be getting back. If you ain't doing no good, I mean, I said, well, if they doing better than me, I don't even be around them. You feel me? So that's what I did, you know. So now all I do now, I'm getting old now, so all I do now, I might go to bingo. That's what I do. That's all I do. I don't do a whole lot. I work till the doctor told me if I done had 3 back surgeries. The doctor told me if I don't take it easy or what, I could be paralyzed. And they want to give me another back surgery, but they were scared because they didn't want me to be like end up paralyzed. So I had to stop working, you know. So when I got after I left McDonald's, I came up to work at Wendy's restaurant. I just got into the restaurant, you know. That's like to me like an easy job. I like giving away money. I had fun, you know what I mean? You know, money wasn't all that great, but it was something to do. It's keep me out of trouble, you know. Anytime I ain't never worked 3 years straight without stopping. I went almost 20 years. Yeah. So.
What was the neighborhood like that you grew up in?
I don't know if you've seen this book. The dude wrote a book about my neighborhood. Can't think of his name, but anyway, he wrote a book. It was in by study got him in the library and everything, and he was describing the neighborhood. I grew in a middle class neighborhood, first black middle class neighborhood. We grew there, so we weren't well off, but we was in a better neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I grew up. Like I said, the people I came with, we just hung out and we was like a game. But one of them, but he died. May he rest in peace. His name was T. That was my best friend. Taught me pretty much everything I know. I used to be a scared child, scared to fight and everything. And he was like, this one of the dude kept picking me like he'd be a bully. And I like be scared. And he was like, no, he can't fight. He told me he can't fight. I said, yeah, but he's bigger than me. He said, that way you can beat him. So we was in school, got out of school, and I was so scared before a fight after school, I took off running. And the next day I tried to do it, they caught me, they took me to the dude coming down the street, big dude. And I guess I don't know what I was, but I just snapped. And I was like, you would think he was beating me, I was tearing him up, and I was like, leave me alone. I was tearing him up, right? And then after that, I just learned, I don't know, it was built in me that I learned how to fight. That's why I wasn't scared of nobody. I was a scaredy cat until that happened. And I wasn't scared of nobody, big, little, small, you know what I mean? So, like I said, over the years, man, I've been trying to change myself, you know, trying not to do that stuff. You know, I think about it from time to time to keep me focused on not doing it. Well, I'm too old to do that anyway. But you know, you still can, but I don't. You know, like if I was needed some money, I would go out and make hustle, sell drugs and stuff. But now, if I need money, I just be broke. I'm not going back to jail, you know. Like I said, if I learned like this when I was younger, man, I'd probably been something on top of, you know. So now I do a lot of times, I try to help people. If they need something, I try to give it to them, you know what I'm saying? I try to help anybody, you know. Well, I get anybody my last, you know. That's how I do, man. I mean, you know. So basically, like my daughter, she was going some trouble with her boyfriend, and I had to get her from down there and bring her up here because her sister and brother didn't have no room for us. I brought her here to end up getting her on. But that made me proud because she didn't know how, she was slow. She was kind of slow. Back then it was called mentally challenged. So she was real slow. But she's still smart, brainwise, and straight away from school and everything. But she, her mind, like you be talking to her, you may be talking to her about something else, and she'll be coming back with the complete opposite of what you're talking about. Because her mind is focused like that. But if she slow down and watch her mind, she'd be good to go. So like now I'm teaching her because when she was with her mom, I wasn't there a whole lot of times. She was with her mom. My mom raised her because they had to be extra cautious with her because of the way she is. That's my first daughter. You would think she was the baby girl. My other 2 daughters, they a little more mature, older than her. Yeah, but she learned, and she get confused, but she learned, because like a doctor said, well, you got to take this, she'll make sure she do what they tell you to do. That's why she easily influenced. You feel me? That's why she easily influenced other things for that, you know. But that's my heart, you know. That's my heart.